Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm taking a slight break from Jackson, so I can remember what exactly I am all about. There's just a couple of problems. For one, I have no idea what I'm about. It occurred to me not long ago I don't feel like I have an identity as a creator, and that bothers me a lot. It's something I used to struggle with in the beginning when I started to create. I felt like if I didn't have a plan, I would never achieve greatness. I had this vision of myself where, as soon as I had barely understood the basics of art, I would shoot to the stars as a master storyteller and artist. I would be able to just jot down every idea and passing thought as soon as I had it, shitting out finished drawings in a day, creating comic pages in a week, maybe even make an art folio once a month. Just as soon as I knew the basics, nothing would hold me back and I would take the world by storm. Delusions of grandeur doesn't begin to describe my ego at the time. And being too smart for my own good, I realized the most direct route was a straight line. I wanted to start telling a story that would work as a chronicle of my artistic development. I'd seen many other artists do this. For example, there's Tom Fishbach's Two Kinds, or Joe England's Zebra Girl, or, to an extent, Kota Hirano's Hellsing, and I thought since I am just going to learn how to do everything and it'll all work out, I should do that as well. The problem came when I realized A, doing one thing you're not entirely familiar with is hard, and doing 10 of those things at the same time is soul-crushing, and B, I could never stay committed to a longer project. I did try, several times, but I never could stay interested for long, and I needed to feel like I wanted to do what I was working on. I say I realized this, but it never really hit me, it just built over years of experience attempting and failing the same thing over and over. Eventually, about a year ago, I just stopped trying, and instead focused on just making individual pictures. No big plan, no end goal, just stuff. I haven't stopped dreaming of bigger projects, I have a long list of things I want to do. I've just stopped trying to shoot for the stars and hoping to become a big name. I like my pictures, and I enjoy not living under the gun. What I mean when I say I don't have an identity is my pictures are just pictures. There's no deeper meaning to them or sublime existence I'm reaching into. I can barely stick to a theme most of the time. Sometimes I make pseudo-social commentary, sometimes it's a pin-up, and there's nothing to tie it all together. Spending my time making pointless pictures instead of committing to a goal feels like a step backwards, and I really don't like feeling like what I do is meaningless. That's why it bothers me my art has no identity. It's so easy for me to think of it as pointless and start questioning what I'm doing with my life. It's a scary, frustrating, and sometimes miserable place to be in. But the bright side to questioning these things is it's possible to come up with answers. For one, even if I sometimes forget it, my pictures do mean something to me. I can look at them and at their most beautiful and at their most depraved, and feel proud over making them. And the reason I'm playing it safe is because I feel like I'm not ready to tackle any of the big projects that I fantasize about. I worry I'm letting time slip by and obsess over the idea I'm not doing anything relevant, but I simply do not feel comfortable attempting to make something big yet. Because I feel in no way ready for it, either skillfully or passionately. I know passion and motivation are flighty things, and no professional artist should rely on those things. I don't think I'm suddenly going to just wake up one day and know what I want to do it, and then it will all just work out because reasons. What I'm saying is, I want to build up to it. What I'm talking about is storytelling. I want to tell stories with good art, but I tried novels before I knew how to write shorts, and thought I could just start drawing masterworks straight from the bat. I want to take my time and find my confidence, doing things that aren't 1,000-page bibles of epic proportions, or 3 books worth of story apiece. Not before I feel confident I could do something like that. Maybe it's a bit cowardly to put off working on what I really want to work on, but I'm simply not ready, and I have accepted that. The only thing left to do now is to get where I want to go, and figure out what on earth I should work on. I have tons of ideas I want to pursue. It's really difficult for me to pick just the one. I mean, I've started several. At first there was La Boheme, which was a manga about a noob artist moving into a community of artists as he learned how to draw. It may have been inspired by my life, I don't know. Then Zootopia came out, and I fell in love with that movie, and with artists like Wivens Weaver and Nicholas Wilde blazing the way, I started working on this embarrassing self-insertion story where humans arrived in Zootopia via quantum leap technology, and my avatar was being chased down by a belligerent terrorist. That one was especially humiliating to me to stop working on because I had my mentor, Hatton Slayton, promote it in a DA journal, and I'd talk to high heavens about how awesome it'd be, only to gradually lose interest. Another thing was Living Gods, which I still hope to continue someday, and it was this story set in a post-apocalypse society where things have gotten better. Only the apocalypse in this case was caused by the return of deities to Earth, and it followed this 18-year-old boy who, in this world where gods have returned, remains an agnostic until he eventually devotes himself to a lycanthropic wolf goddess. Even further, I want to write scripts for a Venom TV series and a Batman Beyond reboot and try selling it to Netflix. I want to write a fan movie based on Agony and do everything Mad Mind Studios did wrong right. I want to write a Beast Machine set in the Middle Ages. I want to write a Pokemon adventure. I want to explore Squirrel Girl. And I want to do it all at once, right now, right at this moment. Why can't I do it? And it occurs to me most of my ideas are based on somebody else's work. I should probably do one of the originals I mentioned. But yeah, I got a lot of ideas I really want to explore and at least partially address, if only for my own curiosity's sake. I want to see if I could make just one of those ideas a reality, and I hope to do so when I'm ready. In the meantime, thank you all for listening, and I promise I'll have something new up sooner. I'll have something new up sooner next time. Bye!